Welcome to Good Driver Club. This isn't insurance, it's something else. It's a membership club, an alternative for good drivers who are tired of overpaying for collision and comprehensive they'll probably never use. A place where you see every accident, every invoice, every dollar, and you keep what isn't spent. If you're watching this, you're probably the kind of driver who almost never has an accident. So let me walk you through how this works, and more importantly, why it exists in the first place. Here's how this got started. A guy named William was driving a car worth about $15,000. His insurance bill, $3,000 a year. That's 20% of his car's value, every single year. And he hadn't had an accident in over 20 years. He started asking a pretty simple question. Why does it work this way? After a lot of digging, he found something interesting. He wasn't unusual. 92% of drivers don't have an accident in any given year. 92%. That means only about 8% of people actually use what they're paying for. Everyone else is just paying. And even for careful drivers, rates keep climbing, up around 24% a year on average. A lot of people have seen their bills double in just a few years. That's the problem Good Driver Club was built to solve. What is Good Driver Club exactly? Again, it's not insurance, it's an alternative to collision and comprehensive, the stuff that protects your own car. Let me back up for a second. Auto insurance usually has three parts: liability, collision, comprehensive. Liability is required by law in most states. It covers damage to other people's cars if you're at fault. Collision and comprehensive covers your own car, things like accidents, hit and runs, backing into a pole, hail damage, that kind of thing. With Good Driver Club, nothing changes about your liability. You keep that with your current insurance company. But if you own your car outright, no loan, no lease, you can choose the club. For most members, that's where the math starts working in their favor. And often, it starts right away. If you cancel collision and comprehensive, you may be owed a refund for the time you've already paid for. That money comes back to you. Let me show you how this actually works. Real example. Julia had been paying about $1,000 every 6 months for collision and comprehensive. When she heard about the Good Driver Club, she uploaded her declarations page, that page that shows exactly what you're paying to get a quote. The club quoted her the same amount, about $1,000. At first, that seemed confusing. If the number's the same, where's the savings? Here's where it works differently. Instead of paying all of it up front, Julia only paid 20% as a service fee to get started. That's about $200. The other 80%, it stayed with her in her bank account under her control. That alone felt better. Then she learned about weekly sharing. Each week during her 6-month plan, members chip in based on actual accident costs in the community. Julia's first week, she shared about $7. Next week, around 21. The week after, about 15. That's when it clicked for her. She wasn't paying for what might happen. She was only sharing for what actually did happen. Everything else stayed with her. Inside the app, she could see exactly where the money went. Weekly accident summaries, real photos, real repair invoices. Nothing hidden. By the end of her 6-month plan, Julia had paid the service fee plus about 40% of her quote in weekly sharing. In the end, she saved 40%. And the next 6 months, she did it again. Here's the part that surprises people. Good Driver Club keeps things lean. The service fee is 20%. That's it. The rest only goes towards real accident costs, nothing else. Compared to insurance companies, the club runs on about half the overhead. That efficiency shows up directly in what members keep. Now, here's the question everyone asks. What happens if you actually have an accident? Let me tell you about Mike. Mike had been a member for about 3 months when his car got hit in a parking lot. Hit and run, serious damage. He submitted everything through the app. Shortly afterward, a club advisor called, first to make sure he was okay, then to explain exactly what would happen next. The car wasn't drivable. After it was towed to a nearby shop, the club took it from there. Club members have access to over 5,000 licensed verified shops across the country. After the inspection, total repair costs came to about $8,700. Here's what Mike actually paid. When Mike joined, he chose a $250 out-of-pocket amount. That's his responsibility if something happens to his car. He'd already paid his 20% service fee. And over 12 weeks, he'd shared about $120 towards other members' repairs. That left about $200 in his remaining pledge balance. What did Mike pay all in? His $250 plus that remaining $200, about $450 total. The other $8,200, the community handled it through weekly sharing. 2 weeks later, Mike picked up his car, looked brand new, limited lifetime warranty on the work, and he knew exactly how every dollar moved. No surprises, no mystery. Good Driver Club started with a simple question. Why are careful drivers paying so much for something they almost never use? The answer is they shouldn't be. And that's what some serious investors saw when they backed the club. The same people behind companies like Robinhood, Spotify, and Uber. People who looked at the math and saw what was possible. Here's how it works from here. Good Driver Club is referral only. If you're watching this, someone you know is already a member. Use the referral code or link. Upload your declarations page. You'll see exactly what you'd pay and what you may keep. Takes about 5 minutes. Support when you need it, savings when you don't.